Good morning, 7th grade. We do some more algebra today. Don't forget, algebra is just math with, what are these letters called? Oh, variables, that's right. So go ahead and write down your problem of the day in your math notebook and give it a try. Hit pause, and when you're done, start the video back up. Noticed watching my own videos that I clap my hands a lot. I'm not sure why, but I seem to do that. Anyway, I'm practicing not doing that because it makes a loud noise in the video. All right, so moving on. Today's problem of the day. We've been doing these for 2 days now, doing algebra equations. And you guys, I'm guessing, are doing pretty well at them. From what I've seen of 7th graders in the past, you usually do pretty well. So, remember, we always start them off, draw your line through the equal sign. Cuts your problem in half. And then remember your first step. You want to get this letter all by itself on this side. So I have to get rid of minus 1 and 24/100ths. And the inverse operation of minus is, or subtraction is, addition, right? So I'm going to add 1.24 to make those go away. If we do it to one side of the equation, we must do it to the other. Now here's where things are a little tricky. I'm actually going to move my 3.8 a little bit. Because what we have to do, when we're adding or subtracting decimals, we have to line up the point. So I'm going to put the point for 1.24 on this same line. We have a 1 in front of it and a 24 after it. So this is a little bit tricky one. If you don't line up your point, you're probably not going to get it right. You may have gotten 163 or 1.63, which is not correct, or 16.3. It's not the right answer. Okay, so let's finish it up. These cancel out. Only thing left over here is the letter Y. We got it all by itself. Good job. Now we have to add these up, and there's a space here. When we have a space, we're going to put a little 0. Then we notice our points are in a straight line. So 0 plus 4 is 4. 8 plus 2 is 10. 1 plus 3 plus 1 is 5. So 5 and 4/100ths. I'm going to flip it around. Y equals 5.04. All right. So we've already learned a lot of algebra this week. So what we're going to do today is just kind of review the steps of solving any of these algebra equations, all right? And we're just going to do one more together to make sure we remember. All right, so before we even start an algebra equation, we draw our line. And then step 1 is get the variable by itself. We know the variable is the letter. And we're doing this by using inverse operations, which means the opposite. And second step, whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other. All right. So let's review one. Make sure we remember how to do these, okay? We'll do a multiplication one. I'm going to do, let's see, 36 equals 8v. Use a V for Vicky. All right, 36 equals 8b. So we draw our line, right? That's what it says to do at the beginning, through the equal sign. Get the variable by itself. Here's our variable. We have to get rid of the 8. The 8's touching the v, which means multiply. Remember, this is called your coefficient, if it's in front of the letter. So this is multiply. What's the opposite of multiply by 8? We're going to divide by 8. Whatever you do to one side, you must do to the other. Oh, I better divide by 8 over here. I messed up. I'm going to change the 6 to a 32 so we don't get a decimal. Sorry. Go back and erase it and change it. Sorry. All right, so 8 divided by 8 is gone. All that's left is V. 32 divided by 8. 8, 16, 24, 32. 4. So V is 4. Circle that and you got your answer. I know some of you guys can do these in your head, but I want you to use these steps. And the reason for that is because the problem's going to get a lot longer. This is a one-step algebra equation. We're going to be doing like 7-step algebra equations. They'll take up your whole page. They aren't any harder than this. It's just more of the same thing. But we got to stay organized. So I want you to make sure you're doing them the way that Mr. Haberkorn taught you. It'll make your life easier later. All right? Let's look at one more in case we forgot how to do division ones. We'll say x divided by 2 equals 3. Line. Get variable by itself by using inverse operations. X divided by 2, the opposite, times 2. 2's cancel out, and I get x equals 6. All right. If no questions, well, we can't answer questions because we're online. I forget this. But I'm going to give you guys your assignment for Friday. It's just a review, doing a lot of the same things we've been learning this week. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.